Welcome back to the last bit of the quests and points of interest in Guild Wars 2. We're starting just to the east of that place we ended at last. And the reason is, there's a warp point or waypoint that I would not have known was here had I not been exploring earlier. Also showing that you can't dodge a basilisk's beam by dodge running. No idea why, but that's the game for you. It's in here, the waypoint, among other things. It's a nice little cave. I think there's some scrit running around here. It doesn't look like there's scrit, but there are scrit. Well, there's a point of interest in here, in the very least. And revealed to me where the waypoint was. Which is just around the corner, and there's apparently another dynamic activity, which we are going to, again, be ignoring. Apparently Wang's decided to, be fighting it out to the death, and I decided that was not very smart of them. Also decided that attacking me was awfully stupid, but it's Wang's for you. Pretty much back where we started. That's the fortress over there we ended at, and that's where we literally started. We've come full circle, and we didn't even have to go anywhere. Except down here. Because, well, this is where the next activity is. And it's a rather interesting one. It's about disrupting diplomacy. And unfortunately, it's, as far as I was figured out, at the time of recording, I only went through a very limited area. Killing bandits is an easy way to do it. Another easy way, picking up documents. And that's really it. Now, I have evolved my fighting style a bit, specifically as it pertains to that idiot there who sets bombs all the time. They're the most annoying enemies because they just attack. They are just utterly annoying. But no loot. Quest is done. That was simple and straightforward and a bit of time consuming, but not that bad at all. Get myself out of combat and boom! More health. Now these quests, these last three, range from level 23 to, I believe, level 25. So these are end quests. That's one I want to be heading to. And then there's that little area over here, the Koga Ruins area. Now, I quote-unquote discovered the area a while ago, but I cut that out because the level area is a level 24 to 25 section, and there was no way at level 18, I think I was at the time. No way where I was gonna go there. No way at all. But this is a point of interest. It's again, another Inquest area. Again, their turrets are not very good. They take so much damage, it's ridiculous. And I'm also gonna have to deal with these golems. They stick two golems at the front entrance, thinking, hey, that's pretty smart of us. Well, one of the golems can heal itself and others, The other one is a pure attack golem, and there's not much to him. 3 more points of interest left on the map. We'll be clearing all those. And you'll be getting story next episode, so look forward to that. We finally get to help Traherne rescue Tegwin. Get to hear more about Karis and her wonderful ideas. Oh, Karis. Such a scatterbrained individual. Anyway, back at the northeasternmost point on the map, which is this canyon, we're going to be heading all the way down to get as clean a shot as possible at this next quest. I was comparing my stats because at this time I was fairly certain my weapons were my problem and why I was dying so easily. I mean, I've had some enemies that just physically would not die. But it appears my weapon is still currently competitive enough. And it appears could just be the fact that a greatsword might not be the best choice. Yeah, we gotta run through all these bandits and the Inquest and not die in order to even get to the point we want to be. Now, there are several ways to aid yourself in doing this. The easiest is going to be what I'm going to be doing as soon as I turn around, because that person decides to give up. Well, they didn't really. Kill bandits. Easy way. You've been doing that all this time. You should have some idea. And healing wounded NPCs. That pretty much encompasses this whole quest. Oh, by the way, it's not just the bandits. There's Nightmare Court in here too. Just as annoying. But after a bit of time, we complete 14 out of 16. And this is where I actually see someone actually using the longbow to take out a mine. None of my weapons can do that. Just the longbow. Because it has that kind of drop-off. I guess. As you can see, there's a waypoint down there. You'll want to pick that up. Mainly because I'm going to be coming back to it. As you would expect. There's just that little bit of unexplored area. And 2 more quests. 2 more quests. It's actually one of the more interesting and diverse areas, this one. It goes from kind of very thick forest to almost jungly to very much desert, I could say, around the canyon and around this area. And, you know, you have the technological outcroppings of the Asura, but it's kind of got this kind of mixed feel. And it's quite nice and diverse. Now, there's a point of interest down here, and that's what we're going for. So this technician's gotta die. The golem I think I'm gonna let live. 2 more points of interest. Haha, we're getting there. Yeah, that's one of the problems with golems, is they'll often do a nasty stun. And that's the annoying. That's the annoying thing about them. But swapping around my skills for better use, it's better to have endure pain as far left as possible. Unfortunately, I can't get it any closer than 7, which it's game design, so They expect you to do it. Might as well go through with it. A lot of raptors don't last long. This is actually after I've but transmuted a couple different items into this sword, so I'm a little more powerful than I was when I initially started the area, and when I kept dying. But over here is another one of these quests we have to do, which is a rather interesting one. There's going to be a lot of logic puzzles in this one. A lot of logic, lots of math. And apparently I decided to collect some silver ore. Which is useless to me. It's not in my crafting profession, but I can sell it on the market for money. Which, yeah, it's quite actually useful. One more waypoint. We're getting close to finishing this map. But these crystal nodes, I'm not even sure if you need a pickaxe equipped to be collecting these, because they don't use up any of your uses of your pickaxes. So they're the thing you collect and turn in, and they respawn at a very fast rate. Now when I said logic puzzles, that's these lovely little diamonds over here. Do the math, do the logic. I'm not going to show you all the various configurations, but I do know is if you get it wrong, oh, this is what happens. You get enemies. Now, figuring out who to turn in the crystals to was actually quite difficult. Who's this person over here? And yeah, I collected that many crystals. Now, some people aren't very smart. This guy in particular. He let through the horde 3 times. 3 times! Actually, make that 6. Because he just let in 2 more. I'm not sure what was up with that guy. I'm not sure if math wasn't his thing or logic puzzles aren't his thing. But, my god, that was annoying. But that did net me another level, which I'm going to stick into tactics. And still not enough skill points.
Farewell.
Now I did a quick map looking over there, and there's a point of interest all the way over here. And we want to get all the points of interest, so I figured I might as well show them all, since you could call it padding, but the general looking around of an area will not take long. I mean, consider how large this one has been. 4 videos, and that's all waypoints. All points of interest. Now, admittingly, there are skill challenges yet in the area, as well as vistas, but there's absolutely not a lot of content that can be videoed here. Now, I did try and jump my way out. I'm going to spoil it and say, well, I literally failed. So, heading back out from here, we need to head this direction, towards another scout. And the last of the quests. And the raptors decided they wanted to come after me. Still not sure why. I mean, they're not very smart, but I will be showing something off rather interesting that I didn't know about. And what I'm talking about is that all NPCs have health. Now, what I mean by all NPCs have health, well, you see that scout up there? Well, let's talk to him.
These lands are wild and free, ripe for experimentation and discovery. There's cutting-edge research going on at Techie's lab to the northwest, Ulta Metamagicals. The Durman Priory have established a camp to the southwest so they can study the ruins of Fort Koga. Both groups would surely welcome assistance from one such as you.
That raptor just killed the scout, which means no one could get any more information from her until she's revived. That's just brilliant, and explains why the bandits were being silly, and why they can wipe out an entire settlement. It's as close to being a dynamic game as I've seen, and I've played lots of MMOs. Rift in particular was close. Theoretically, maybe felt more it was more dynamic. Rift was, but this feels more alive, and it's been a while since launch. And the fact that it still feels alive means they did a good job in designing the game world to feel alive, which I will give them major kudos for. But enough of my ranting on MMOs. Let's finish this last quest, and we will move on to skill points next time.
Excuse me? Would you mind helping a couple of our research? I have so much to tell you.
And here I went and did something stupid, which honestly the game never followed up on, so I don't know if it bugged out on me or if I just didn't get the trigger quite enough. But that's all the waypoints, all of them, all 12 out of 12. Well, let's go towards the ruins of Fort Koga, since these people who I'm supposed to be helping are actually not doing anything.
May Cormyr enlighten you.
No, the game is literally not having me, so... Over here, this last one, there's a lot of things we can do here. A lot of them involve EMP charges. Unfortunately, I didn't get to use many of them. Or any of them, actually, in the video. But I did get to use one off panel. No clue why that did that. No clue why that did that. And all of a sudden there's EMP devices everywhere. And basilisks. Fortunately, basilisks are fairly weak, even being 2 levels stronger than me. And that's actually one of the things we can deal with, is killing basilisks. And I'm gonna revive this researcher. And end up killing basilisks till the end. And that is that. Now, there's a point of interest I missed. Way back here. This is, as you can probably remember, this is where the Nightmare Court are. And the bandits. I was here for a little bit, but the last point of interest is over here at the main gate. Get that, and we will have all the points of interest, all the waypoints, all the quests. I'll see you next time. This is Stomping Llama. Signing out.